All right, let's jump right in, folks. Real estate update for February 2021 in the Pierce County real estate market, serving the greater Puget Sound market here. So looking at, first of all, the median sale price in Pierce County, as of January 2021, it was $440,000. So that is right in line with what it was the month before. So we've seen some stabilization there the last couple months now. Some of that could very possibly just be normal seasonality, or we'll keep our eyes on it and see, is that more of what we're seeing, that we are kind of coming to a stabilization in the growth. So that represents a 13.2% increase in home values in the last year, which is really significant. So to give some context to that, historically, if we go all the way back to World War II, on average, real estate appreciates at about 5% per year. And we've seen 13.2% increase in the last year. That's huge. Now, that is less than what we've been seeing in months prior here. So we've been seeing about 15% appreciation consistently in Pierce County when we're comparing year over year. So we are seeing a bit of a dip in how quickly homes are appreciating. 6 days on market is a super hot market that continues to keep up even in the winter months here. So we're seeing a ton of multiple offer situations, and homes are coming on the market and they're flying right off the market within 6 days on average. This is interesting. Number of pending sales. There were 1,045 pending listings in January of 2021. That's an increase of 11% since January the year before. So look at this. You can see this is a 5-year history of pending listings in Pierce County. And you can see we're actually having quite a bit of activity during the winter months here. Active listings versus number of sales. This is continues to boggle my mind, and we've got to have a correction here at some point. The biggest challenge is we need more inventory to help with this. So if you look at the active listings, which are red, over the last 5 years, we can see that it's slowly been going down, down, down to where we are right now. So we are actually down 50% in the number of homes for sale compared to this same time last year. If you would have told me this a year ago, that we would have 50% less homes on the market than we did last year, which was already insanely low inventory, I would have said you're crazy. So, and then when we look at the green, which is the number of homes sold, we've actually seen that there's been 3% more home sales that have taken place since this time last year, even in spite of there being half the amount of homes available to sell in the first place. So anything that's coming on the market is just getting really, it's a feeding frenzy out there right now. So before I dive into the next one, I want to give you some context into supply and demand, really. As with any commodity, real estate is the same way. It's based on supply and demand. So when we talk about months worth of inventory, if there's less than 6 months worth of inventory, that represents a seller's market, and we see home prices will appreciate typically. If we have between 6 to 7 months worth of inventory, then we see it's typically what we would consider a neutral market. Home prices just kind of keep in line with inflation. And then if there's 7 months worth of inventory or more, then that represents a buyer's market, and that's where we see home prices typically depreciate. So what is your guess in Pierce County? If you're saying seller's market, you're absolutely right. I think we've seen that pretty consistently over the last several years here. So we are down to not even talking months worth of supply, we're talking days, 15 days worth of supply. Now you'll see this is actually, we're seeing an uptick in the amount of supply in Pierce County compared to last month. In December, we saw the lowest I have ever seen. A whopping 9 days is what it was in December, which is insane to me. And what that means is if no more homes were to come on the market from this point forward, then it would take, at the current rate that homes are selling, it would take 15 days for all of the homes in Pierce County to be completely sold out. So we are seeing a slight uptick, still absolutely insane low, still represents appreciating home values based on the information that we just went over. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on it. The biggest challenge we have right now, no doubt, in our market is lack of homes to sell. So if you are a home seller, if you have, whether it's your primary residence or you have a rental property that you've been considering, cashing in on, right now, I've never seen a better time to take advantage of being a seller. It is, everything is in to your advantage right now. On the buying side, it's been tough for sure. And we just this last week alone, we were able to help one of our buyers. We were competing. There were 19 offers on the house, and fortunately our buyer got it, but that's not always the case, because we're, not uncommon, 10 offers, 15 offers. We've had some that are like 25 offers, all on one house. So it's very, very competitive out there, and a great time as a seller, tough as a buyer. You got to have some tough skin and recognize that you're not going to win them all. But just keep in the fight, because the interest rates are incredible, and long term, it's definitely a great time to be able to lock something down. I hope that's helpful for you. As always, if there's anything that we can be a resource to you with, or the people you care about with your real estate needs, don't hesitate to reach out to any of us here on the Hauer Home Team. We're here for you. Take care.